Hi teacher, my name is Camila Cevallos, and well, for the homework we had to found and recommend the best place to admire the natural beauty in our world. And immediately when you sent us this project, I knew I wanted to found a place that has like an really special characteristic and that has a really special like activity and it's like meaningful. So I was searching and I found this place which is located at the northern Norway, and it's an area called the Lofoten Vesteralen Archipelagos, and here you can admire the aurora borealis phenomenon. So in order to keep on talking about this island, I wanted to explain, like give a short explanation of what the aurora borealis phenomenon is. Basically, the aurora borealis is this natural astronomical phenomenon that consists of a display of lights across the Earth's night sky, and that are only, well, not only, but that are mainly visible at night. This is a fun fact that I found, and it's that they are also called the magic northern lights due to the fact that they are technically light that it's produced when these particles that are charged by cosmic radiation collide with the oxygen and nitrogen atoms that are present at our atmosphere. So therefore they are the result of billions of energized particles, of energized atoms, of energized molecules that are emitting tiny flashes of light when they hit our planet, and that's why they are only visible at night. I really like to say, like in my opinion, it's just light with a special touch, just to sum up this explanation that I just did. And the reason why I wanted the aurora borealis to be like the center of my research for this homework, it's because I've always been really into everything that has to do with the sky, the stars, the planets, and it just seems wonderful to me how this process, to say it somehow, happens simply by nature with no human interaction. I think it's really worth admiring, not just like to see the aurora borealis, but to know how these are formed, to know the different types of it. It's just a whole world and I love it. And I've never like before doing this homework, I've never really searched a place where you can go and see them and where you can go and do activities like apart from just seeing the aurora borealis, and I found this place. So yeah, I hope you really like the information that I'm about to share to you. A disclaimer and something that must be kept in mind is that this phenomenon depends only and depends a lot on the solar activity and on the wind. So they are basically unpredictable. Maybe you can get a date to see them, but yeah, it's up to our sun. So in the end, any time can be a good time to see the auroras, but it's really important to notice that in these places that they are located in such high latitudes that the nights are really short or non-existent at the summers, can be really difficult, or well, can be impossible to see the auroras because, as I said, they are lights and they are visible at the night, just at the night clear sky. Well, with that being said, the area with the greatest intensity to catch an aurora borealis, it is literally any place that it's near the North Pole. For instance, Norway, Sweden, Russia, let's not forget about Canada and Alaska too, that they are one of the biggest tourist destinations for this reason. And actually, traveling from here to Canada or Alaska to catch a northern light, it's way cheaper than go to any European country, so that's a tip. The perfect scenario to watch an aurora borealis, it's literally a clear dark sky, and I don't know if you knew this, but the dark skies acquire its maximum splendor when the weather is cold and dry. And yeah, as we know, all of these countries that I just mentioned, one of the most characteristic things of them, it's cold weather. So yeah, that really helps a lot, and that's why they recommend those countries to go see the aurora borealis. And why did I choose this area at the northern Norway then? Well, the Lofoten Islands, apart from being one of the places that are most surrounded by nature, because they not only have like an island and just rivers and lakes, but they are also surrounded by mountains and just various natural spaces, more than in other European countries. And well, apart from this, they are also the Lofoten Islands are also one of the areas of Norway that has the littlest amount of light pollution. They literally have almost anything of light pollution because they don't have like a lot of people that lives in there, since it's a really small place. So yeah, I think that it's like, if I would go to see a northern light, I would really choose this place above from all of the ones that I just mentioned you. Okay, so as activities that you can do in here, actually at the Lofoten Vesteralen Archipelagos, there is not a lot of people, as I told you, and that's why there is like the littlest amount of pollution. And this is because it is a preserved natural place, and they try to keep the human interaction the less possible in order to not damage the environment, which like in my opinion is the greatest idea that they could have made up. And yeah, so you go to the Lofoten Islands to specifically watch the northern lights. You can camp in there for like 1 or 2 nights top, and then you have to leave. So there is not actually a lot of things that you can do in there. But in the northern Norway region, it's the complete opposite, because this place is home to hundreds of people, and therefore it has a lot of activities to do. It has a lot of attractions, and also you can find comfort in there. So I read this, that it is one of the regions that has a lot of that has this lively nightlife, has a lot of museums, has a lot of bars when you can go and have fun there. But you can actually find these tiny and cozy fishing villages. You can find these large natural areas such as the Lofoten Islands. So I'd like to say that it's the best of both worlds. And I found out that besides from go into this aurora borealis hunting, you can actually go fishing in the winter, skiing, hiking. And actually, one thing that I found really interesting about the place is that it is surrounded by a lot of culture. Like, it is a really cultural place, so you can just travel to the little towns that are nearby this northern Norway region, just to know a little bit more about the culture of them and acquire the culture. And also, I found that this place is well known by its wildlife safaris and its whale safaris. And I was like, what is a whale safari? And it turns out that since the northern Norway region is surrounded by a lot of islands, in these islands you can find different types of whales. So in this whale safari, there's this guide that takes you in a boat just to see the different types of whales, and this person explains to you what each whale does. And I just believe it's just one of the most greatest things. And also the local food, they say that it's really like, it's weird, but it is really tasty. So if you get the chance to like travel there and go to the northern Norway region, you definitely have to try some local food and just some like typical food of them. And yeah, so those are the main activities that I found. As for the flora of the Lofoten Islands, I read that it is actually really rich and varied due to the fact that this is a natural place that has kept super clean during the years. And that's why it actually covers the 29% of the surface of the island, which is a lot of flora if you think about it. And well, I found out that what prevails here are the trees. The Lofoten Islands are home for different types of trees, such as the oaks, the hazels, the ashes, the maples, the limes, and in the eastern and northern area, the coniferous forest are what prevails. The coniferous type of trees, actually, such as the pines, the birches, the rowans, and well, in the highlands you can find tundras and actually a lot of weird type of wildflowers of the place that are local of the place, which I thought it was great to see. Like I spent like 3 hours watching all of these beautiful flowers that you can find in there. Okay, now as the fauna that characterizes the Lofoten Islands, I found that in the mammals they have like these three main of species, which are the polar bears, the Arctic foxes, and the wolves, between other species, obviously. In the marine fauna, I found, well, besides of all of these different types of whales that I just mentioned, such as the humpback whale, the sperm whale, the killer whale, you can also find salmons, shrimps, and crabs, and also the red crab, which I saw a photo, like I looked up a photo of a red crab, and it's basically a regular crab but huge. And well, and in the birds, I found that they have these really beautiful species of white-tailed eagle, also sea eagles. You can find ducks, you can find swans. So yeah. The last thing that I'm going to be talking about is about the plane ticket that your teacher asked us to search. And well, to get to the Lofoten Island from Ecuador or from literally any other place, city, country in the world, it is impossible to find a direct flight because of the fact that the Lofoten Island does not have an airport itself. So the only alternative that you have to get into the island is to travel to any city that is near the northern Norway region, and therefore it's near to the Lofoten Islands. I found that the most suitable option is to travel to the city of Oslo, which is actually the capital of Norway. And the cheapest flight that I found from Quito to Oslo is a flight that costs around $1,265. And it's a flight that has two scales, which means that it stops at two different places. I don't really know what those places are because I couldn't find the information, but I know it has two scales. And it's a round trip, which means that the price of the plane ticket covers like the back and forth price. And so yeah, it's from April 5 to April 12th. And then once that you get to Oslo, you can stay there and just enjoy of these activities that I mentioned before. And then the day that you actually want to go and see the Northern Lights, you must take a ferry that costs about $100 back and forth to the Lofoten Islands, and then you can see the Aurora Borealis. Thank you, teacher, for the opportunity to talk about this amazing place that I found and for giving us the opportunity to expand our knowledgement of places. And yeah, you really gave me a dream to pursue now, because I really want to go and see an Aurora Borealis and do all of these activities that I can do in this city and in this area of the northern Norway. So yeah, I hope you really liked the video.